we've just got back-to-back bookings of LED Medilux treatments.
The revenue makes itself with this device.
Now we almost need another one. It's so busy.
Once they have it, once they experience it, they're generally likely to come back and book in for another session.
After the treatment, they're like, whoa, that was bright. That was really effective. I feel the plumpness in my skin. I see the difference.
Everyone loves the glow after. It's addictive.
The Medilux was a device I decided to bring into the business because I wanted something that was specific to providing medical grade results with LED light therapy. So our traditional light therapies that we've had in clinic were amazing, but they weren't as strong as the Medilux. This was an opportunity for us to also introduce other coloured wavelengths such as green LED, which previously we didn't have in store, and also our infrared.
It really wasn't a difficult decision to know that I really wanted a medical grade device. In comparison to other LEDs on the market, Medilux is extremely powerful. So clients are getting results in a much shorter time frame. They don't need to be under the light for nearly as long, and they can really feel the power emitting from the LED as well and see the results.
With the Medilux, the one thing that really stood out to me when looking for a medical grade device was that there are pre-selected sections with settings that it does come with, or you can customize and go into manual mode and select whichever ones you want. But the one thing that I like the best is that it's one single head and it has a whole range of different wavelengths included. So you don't need to chop and change like other cosmetic devices where you've had to previously take the head off, put an LED on, or perhaps even with some other devices, their heads aren't as large. So this one has quite a lot of little LED loads to the surface area, which allows us to have more of an effective, brighter and intense treatment in a shorter amount of time.
I absolutely love that you can customise and save your treatment protocol for your LED for individual clients. So that might be a combination of different lights. It could be different time frames, so 5 minutes of near infrared at the end of a red light LED treatment. But you can fully customise it, and it's something I previously couldn't do with my other device.
We can treat multiple skin conditions at the same time, so we can program it manually to treat multiple skin conditions, which is a big bonus for clients, especially because it's all included in that 20-minute appointment.
The Global Beauty Group is quite different to other suppliers in the medical and aesthetic industry because I found that their ongoing support is nothing like what I've had with other device suppliers before, and you can get an effective result with a device that isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg, but also make that revenue back really quickly, and patients are happy, the therapists are happy, because the patients are happy, and then so am I as a boss.
We always have to warn them. This is one of the strongest on the market. It is so bright. Whenever we turn on the red light, they're like, oh my goodness, I've never experienced this. And the results are just far superior to other places. They're like, I can actually feel it working in my skin and I can see the difference after one session. So the results speak again for themselves.
As a registered nurse, and especially having education as a background, science is everything to me. And so it's really nice being able to consult a client and having evidence behind the Medilux treatment and confidently being able to tell them that we're going to be able to work with them and actually obtain results from the treatment. We get a lot of clients who have had LED elsewhere and also who have LED masks at home. And we have learned very quickly to let them know that the Medilux is very different to any other LED treatment they've had because of the power and the strength of it. And it's quite funny because when we turn it on, they always go, whoa, that is a lot stronger and a lot brighter. And they just see such better results. And they've basically thrown their home ones out and wouldn't use anything other than Medilux.
And I guess as well to note that a lot of people have done their research, and when we tell them that we have a Medilux machine, they instantly are booking in, so it's great. Yeah.
So being able to provide the Medilux into our facials does give the patient quite a big difference in terms of results, but also feel. So having a traditional beauty therapy facial to then using something that's a bit more medical based with structured LED inside the treatment provides the patient with more of an instant glow to their skin and plumpness, as well as the realization confirmation that they're having a medical grade treatment. Previously, we had both cosmetic and medical grade devices, but once bringing in the Medilux, it just gave that extra standard of medical grade delivery. So we could cut down our treatment times, but deliver more effective results. So patients didn't have to sit underneath the LED for as long, but also to be able to provide faster results to the patient in a shorter amount of time.
The first year that we were that we'd obtained the Medilux, we treated about just over 50 people,
Yep.
and then the following year we were over 350 treatments. Yeah.
Which equated to about over $15,000 in revenue for us. And then this year alone, being the first quarter, we've seen 50 appointments, and that's roughly about $3,000 in revenue for us, which is great.
Introducing the Medilux has definitely increased the revenue per hour in clinic because it does everything. It can be put into any service, any treatment, any skin type, and it's something that can be added on. The revenue makes itself with this device, which is quite handy because it doesn't take any manpower to have to sit there and function. You can pop it onto the client is nice and relaxed and comfortable, and you know that they're getting an amazing result.
From a business point of view, it's been a really good calendar filler. So we'd find that we had little parts of the day that just still needed filling, and so yeah, the Medilux has been great at just filling those gaps for us from a business point of view. And we had a look, and we've actually seen a 3% increase in bookings over the last 12 months. Which is quite substantial for us, especially being a small business that only opened sort of 3 years ago. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Clients love an LED add-on. So that's not only great for the business in terms of revenue because you're adding on another service, but the clients are seeing enhanced results by adding LED to their existing treatments.
We do at least, I'd say probably 4 to 5 a day, but we incorporate it a lot into our facials. It's one of the best machines to add on to anything. And it's easy moved as well, it's on wheels, yeah. But it's often going between all the treatment rooms one after the other. So as soon as one's done, we quickly move it over.
A reason it's become so popular is because there's an aspect of the Medilux that caters to so many different demographics. So for example, we have young people with acne, or appeals to people with pigmentation. We see brides and grooms in the lead up to their wedding, or we see a lot of people who don't quite want to get into the aesthetic space, and there's anti-aging function on it as well. So there's just such a variety of people that it appeals to.
And I think it's really nice to say that we have the best LED machine on the market as well. So that is a really great positive and big thing for us.
Yeah, it's definitely a gloating point for us with our clients. It's a good selling point for them.
The Medilux has helped to grow our client base because we've had many patients that come into the clinic for our perhaps barrier repairing treatment, which is usually our first point of call with our Medilux, who's then moved on to something else, such as skin needling or injectables or even tattoo removal, because their barrier's built up and they're like, what else can I treat next?
It's important that we teach clients the range of benefits of the LED, because then they've got us in mind for when something pops up in life as well. So they might come in initially just for, treatment to minimise downtime after an aesthetics procedure, but then they might have a flare-up of some acne or some pigmentation, and we want to make sure that we've informed them that this machine can treat that as well. So then they'll think of us and they'll pop back in for often a different skin concern.
Clients are choosing to come in and have a Medilux LED either as a standalone or as an add-on treatment to enhance other services. And they're starting to realise too that the power of the Medilux means that they can get their treatment done in little time, need less treatments in comparison to the on-trend home masks, which don't have the same amount of power, so you have to wear them for very long periods of time and a lot more often during the course of, say, a week than you would if you just came in and had one Medilux treatment per week.
It was pretty basic and straightforward calling up the Global Beauty Group. We arranged time to go into the Global Beauty Group and have a bit of a demonstration of the machine. I had my first ever treatment there. That's when we were sold. And then it was just chatting with the finance team.
Yeah, which is really seamless. The finance team are really great in helping us set up a monthly debit system. So that was really great.
Yeah, and then we also had staff training. So we've got a number of staff members and they were all enrolled into the online education hub, and they all went through their online training, and then we all just touched base and had a practice in clinic, and away we go.
It's everything. It's the clinical support, the technical support, the online education hub, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favourite. You've got access to marketing, forms, consultation tools. They really help you through the entire process, how to market your device, how to use it, and I can't fault them.
Another great thing with Global Beauty Group is when we get a client who has a bit of a tricky, skin condition or something like that, we just pick up the phone and call the educators just to get advice, and we basically get, advice straight away, and we can put the appropriate light on then.
Well, really, the trainers are just a phone call away. So if I've got any questions throughout the day, if I come across something I'm not really sure of, I can just ring Global and one of the trainers is there to help me. And they're really helpful and thorough. The knowledge on these girls is phenomenal.
It's not just once we've got the machine, that's it. It's the ongoing training. People still contact me to make sure we're happy with our Medilux, and this is nearly 2 years down the track.
It's a great business, it's a great brand, it's a great product. The machine is so easy to use, the training, the accessibility to call the hotline as well. Our customers love it, our staff love it. It's just a beautiful added complimentary service, like we mentioned, to our business. It fills in the gaps, it's only 20 minutes, it's non-invasive, and it's an all-rounder great.
And if you're just
machine.
looking for something else to elevate your lounge or your clinic, it's just the perfect option.
Definitely good for upselling, adding on, and that alone achieves amazing results. So people get addicted to the LED because it is so amazing. And I would say if you're thinking about it, just do it. Don't look for the cheapest on the market because that's not always going to be the best for you. So definitely investing in it and spending the money will get you the results and will give you the clientele.
Right from the word go, whether it was talking about how the device works and how it's different to others on the market, through to, again, financing, training, face-to-face training, online education hub has all been fantastic. One of the things that I couldn't quite get my head around initially is how it differed to the LED that I already had. And once that was fully explained to me, there was no question about why I would want the Medilux in my clinic.